Cześć, z tej strony Hakurei, a dzisiaj mamy drugi odcinek Hogwarts Legacy. Miłego oglądania. Błag. Nie przenoście do Citery. Nie podoba mi się ten wąż w prawym dolnym rogu. To coś jasne.
Oh, good. We haven't missed the sorting ceremony. I'm no expert, but that seems more appropriate. Now, I need to study this locket as soon as I can, but first I must contact the Ministry. They need to know what happened to George and be warned of Ranrock. For the moment, I ask that you keep all that's happened this evening between you and me.
Of course, sir.
Zaraz wszystkim wygadam.
Ready for the sorting ceremony?
Jak spieprze. Co jest?
Phineas, Nigellus, Black.
O!
Prepare yourself to meet the headmaster.
FNB.
Fig, nice of you to join us. The sorting ceremony's over.
There were complications.
Complications?
It seems the goblin problem has...
Enough. Goblins. I've no time for rumors, Fig, and I'm rapidly losing whatever patience I had left.
Dobra, już cię nie lubię.
If you're lucky, we might still be able to get you sorted this evening.
I'll be in touch.
Ta wielka sala mi się teraz wydaje taka mała.
Professor Weasley, we've one more to be sorted.
Welcome. You're just in time. Have a seat.
Boga mnie Slytherin! Nie róbcie mi tego. Tak automatycznego przydzielania.
Ah, yes. A bit older than the others, aren't you?
No co ty?
You come here with preferences and preconceptions.
Nie mów wszystkim, o czym on na myśli.
Expectations.
Przebywasz z konkretnymi przewodnicami i nastawieniem. Lubisz też czegoś zwiedzania. Zajęć.
I'm looking forward to meeting my professors and learning all I can at Hogwarts.
Indeed. Hogwarts has much to offer a dedicated student. And what you learn in class will prepare you for challenges outside the classroom as well.
Teraz zauważyłam, że to postacią gdzieś się tu przejść.
Interesting. You've recently learned that you possess a rare ability. I detect a growing sense of ambition, eagerness for power. Perhaps you belong in Slytherin.
Ani mi się waż. Nie! Oh, mogę wybrać inny dom. Ja ci dam władzę. Tiara przydziału weźmie twój wybór pod uwagę po zaproszeniu domu. Dom Slytherin z przebiegłości, ambicji i głodu władzy. Ja ci zaraz przypierdolę. To znaczy, wybierz inny dom? Nie chcę tego właściwie, chciałam do Hufflepuffu, ale dom Gryffindoru znany ze śmiałości, męstwa i rycerskości. Dom Ravenclaw znany z inteligencji, kreatywności i błyskotliwości. Z tych trzech to ja jestem tylko kreatywna. Męstwo. Znany z cierpliwości, lenności i ciężkiej pracy. No, cierpliwa to ja nie jestem. Czy ciężko pracuję? ale no jestem. Przebiegłości ambicji. Ej, to opis samego okrutnika Piera Hufflepuff.
And your loyalty to a friend delayed your arrival here this evening.
O! Oj, to mi się podoba. Ale czekaj, ciekawe co powie o każdy z tych.
And you've a ready mind, quick to learn. Possess a willingness to forge ahead alone when you must. I detect a growing sense of ambition, an eagerness for power.
Źle wyczuwasz. Jesteś okropny.
And your loyalty to a friend delayed your arrival here this evening.
Biorę. Co dają? To jakby spektakularne wejście.
Better be Hufflepuff!
Oh, and one more thing. Due to the unfortunate injury on the pitch in last spring's final, this year's Quidditch season has been cancelled. Enough! It's not as though I've banned flying altogether, but don't tempt me. You are here to focus on your academic futures. I'm sure you will have plenty to do before classes begin tomorrow. I said, I'm sure you all have plenty to do before classes begin tomorrow.
Ja lubię cię jednak. Jednak cię kurwa nie lubię.
Quite an entrance. It's lovely to meet you. I'm...
Professor Weasley, would you be so kind as to show our new student to their common room?
I shall see to it, sir.
Weasley.
As I was saying, I'm Professor Weasley. Pleased to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well, Professor.
As Deputy Headmistress, it is my distinct honor to show you to your common room. Right this way.
A nie opiekun domu. Powinien mnie oprowadzić? Odprowadzić.
It's quite uncommon for a student to begin as a fifth year. Might be a bit of work, but I'm sure
It
that's
hasn't,
never stopped you
Professor.
before. Now, here we are at the entrance to the Hufflepuff
Przez
common
kuchnię
room.
będę podbierała żarełko.
This is the entrance.
Indeed. I will explain what to do, but I hesitate to do it myself as one errant knock leads to being doused in vinegar. Most unpleasant. You must tap the barrel, 2 from the bottom, middle of the second row, in the rhythm of Helga Hufflepuff.
Helga. Du, 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 du.
Well done. Now go on in and get some sleep. You have a big day ahead of you tomorrow. I shall be back in the morning to collect you for your first class.
Thank you, Professor Weasley.
You're welcome. I hope you enjoy your first night at Hogwarts. Sleep well.
O, jaki to uroczy widok.
Oh, looks like everyone's gone. Better head to the common room.
Nie mówcie, że to jest właśnie Helga. O, coś tu jest. Latam! Znowu? Myślałam, że będzie tylko więcej. O. Powodek. Nie ma żadnych działań magicznych, okej.
A few minutes later.
Okej. O! Kurde, normalnie jak w Hobbicie. Wow! Zrozumiałem, że te drzwi prowadzą do różnych pokoi. I tak, drzwi same się zamknęły. Mogę w ogóle odwiedzać inne pokoje? Właściwie nie różnią się za bardzo niczym specjalnym. Ty, a ty skąd się wzięłaś? Jak długo tutaj siedzisz? Patrzysz się w nicość? O kur... Nie zareagowała w żaden sposób? Co to za reakcja? Och. Dobra. Ciekawe, co to powiedział. Ktoś mnie obgaduje? Sorki. Niechcący otworzę drzwi. Z Polski! To z tego, że mówi po brytyjsku, nie? Gdzie kotek jakiś? Co za dziwna roślinka tak dynda.
You don't need to be frightened, little cat.
O, mogę podejść do innych. Przedstaw się Adelaidzie, Arturowi, Lenorze.
Arthur's got you. You don't need to be frightened, little cat.
O, do kotka pójdziemy.
I can't quite reach.
Come on, you went that way.
Kot się nie
Hope
lubi.
they can catch him.
O, jaki
Big castle for
sprężający.
a student to get lost in, let alone a cat. I'm
Głos
sure
też
you'll
masz
find
creepy.
your way all right. I mean, it can be a bit overwhelming at first. I still get lost sometimes. Welcome to Hufflepuff, by the way. Really glad to have you in our house. I'm Arthur.
Thank you. Nice to meet you. Was that your cat?
Dlaczego ja się nie
No,
przedstawiam?
one of the first years, I think. Don't have any pets of my own, unfortunately. My mother doesn't think too highly of them, especially magical ones.
Co za mugol. Muszę się zgodzić z twoją matką? Szkoda, uważam, że magiczne zwierzęta są niesamowite.
I'm sorry to hear that. I think magical beasts are rather incredible.
Best thing about coming to Hogwarts. Nifflers, glumbumbles, bowtruckles. I thought they were only pictures in books before. Oh, Dad did bring home a puffskein once. Mum was furious. Anyway, I better go make sure the first years caught that cat. Don't want them to be late on their first day.
Nie sądzę, ale jednak
Have you ever
zapytam.
had a pet, Arthur?
No. My mother's a muggle. And as soon
A
as the
jednak.
puffskein that my dad brought home stuck its tongue up her nose, it went right back to the shop.
Nie wiem, po co miałabym drugi raz pytać o to samo.
Nice meeting you, Arthur. And good luck finding that cat.
Thank you. Try not to get lost in the castle yourself.
To z, papa, to z tego, że nie znasz mojego imienia. Au! Ale w sumie... Co on robi?
Yeah.
No nie mów, że... Tam gdzieś wszedł. Koleś nie musi się martwić tym, że nie może mieć w domu zwierzątko, skoro większość czasu i tak spędza w Hogwarcie.
Oh, Uncle, this doesn't sound like you. Something's wrong.
To się podszywa?
Hello there. You're the new Hufflepuff, yes? I'm Adelaide. Pleasure to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. Is everything all right?
Oh, yes. I'm just a bit distracted. Letter from my uncle. So tell me, I've been hearing all sorts of rumors. Were you really nearly gobbled up by a dragon?
Nie podoba mi się ten mundurek, który mam na sobie. A, tak. Wezmę to.
That one is true. Not the typical start to a new school.
That's
Czemu nie
dreadful.
mogę kłamać?
Well, I'm glad you made it here alive. Well, anyway, I imagine you have lots to do. I hope you have a wonderful first day.
Zawsze pska.
Are you sure everything is all right with your uncle?
Oh, yes, he travels for work, always busy. I'm sure he just wrote it in a rush. Nothing to worry about.
Thank you, Adelaide. Be seeing you.
Of course, and good luck.
Dałabyś czytać list? A. Nie to chciałam, ale mniejsza.
Oh, goodness, he needs to practice a bit more, I think.
Czekaj, co? A, to tobą nie było? Okej.
Thank you for not biting me.
I dziób. I nagle... Aaa! Wygląda jak Hedwiga, nie?
Oh, hello. She's awfully regal, isn't she? Is that your owl? I don't know whose she is. Likely one of the Hufflepuffs around here. Owls choose their own company anyway. Wait, you're the new 5th year. Quite the dramatic entrance you made.
A nie powinna być
Can't imagine
wierni?
wanting to call attention to yourself, especially since everyone will be watching to see how much you already know.
Czy się martwię? W sumie się nie martwię.
I'm really not worried. I'm sure I'll be fine. Nevertheless, it is rather unusual. You must feel terribly out
Ej,
of
tam.
place. Of course, presumably, as a hard-working Hufflepuff, you'll prove yourself in no time. I'm hard-working too, as you might suspect. Sometimes I think I should have been a Ravenclaw. I've rather a searing wit. At least people have always told me
No,
so.
Hermiona też by powinna
I'm
być.
Lenora, by the way. Lenora Everly. Well, mustn't keep you. You've such a lot to do. Do you really think you should have been in Ravenclaw? Well, my brothers were. They both
Oh, yeah.
work in ministry now. I suppose you could say that wit runs in the family. My aunt was a Gryffindor, though, and I've always had plenty in common with her. Determination, valor, daring. The old sorting hat was spoiled for choice with me.
Ojej. Ale się przechwala. O! Czyli jednak pasujesz trochę do literii? No także.
It was nice meeting you, Lenora. Of course. Adieu.
Adieu.
Is the new Hufflepuff out of bed yet? Professor Weasley's waiting for them outside the common room.
Te szachy czarodziejów. Ciekawe, czy można w to zagrać. Ale nie sądzę. Ej! Co? Co? Ale ja nie chciałam. Kto nie mnie posuwa? Przypadkiem. Nie chciałam. Naprawdę. Chyba.
I shall assume that was simply practice.
No, był. Przypadek właściwie. Kurde, jak nauczę się przypadkiem też zaklęć uśmiercających i takich typu. I nagle przypadkiem rzucę.
I trust you're ready for your first day at Hogwarts?
I've been dreaming of this day for a long time. Can't believe I'm here.
Well, you are here. Make the most of it. You only have one first day at Hogwarts. Now, in light of your unique situation, joining us as a 5th year, you'll need to catch up with your classmates and not fall behind. Especially as you'll be expected to complete your OWLs at the end of the year.
OWLs. Owls?
Yes, your ordinary wizarding level exams. They will determine what type of career you can have when you leave here. After much discussion with the headmaster and the Department of Magical Education at the Ministry, we've devised something extraordinary to ensure your success.
O,
Here you are.
co to było?
What is it?
It is a wizard's field guide. It will help you to keep track of what you are learning so that you master all that's expected of a 5th year. You would be wise to take full advantage of this exceptionally valuable resource.
Thank you, Professor, but what do you mean it will keep track of what I'm learning?
Perhaps seeing it in action will answer any questions you may have. Walk with me and we shall put it to the test. This way.
Czekaj, tutaj co jest?
The guide will give you opportunities to practice your magic and educate yourself about wizarding lore. I certainly would have appreciated something like the field guide when I was a student. Using the guide will also train you to be alert to your surroundings. Do keep up.
Okej. A ja bym chciała przyspieszyć.
Simply cast Revelio on it and we'll see what the guide says.
Revelio.
Clever, isn't it? Keep your eyes open for more opportunities like that, inside and outside of the castle. Ah, good timing. Perfect opportunity to show you how to use flue flames to get around a bit quicker. Your field guide
Teleportacja.
contains a map of the castle. Open it up and find Central Hall.
Jak zwykle pod M. Wow. I know.
And here we are. Quite the time saver. These stairs lead directly to Central Hall. You can get almost anywhere in the castle quickly from Central Hall. Always something happening here. It's the heart of the hive. Our King's Cross station, so to speak.
Co? Co mi tak spieprzyła?
That should be all for now. You'll be expected to attend both Charms and Defense Against the Dark Arts classes today. And I'd
Tak
like
samo
to be
obrona,
sure you get
prost.
to Hogsmeade as soon as possible to replace the supplies you lost on the way here.
A no tak. Przecież nas zaatakowano, no nie?
What will I learn in Charms class?
Exactly what you might expect. Spells, charms, jinxes, all terribly useful. I think you will enjoy Professor Ronan. He's a clever and entertaining wizard and a talented teacher.
Dobra, więcej nie muszę wiedzieć.
Thank you, Professor Weasley.
A lot to absorb on your first day, and you have much to learn. Happily, your professors have agreed to create additional assignments for you outside of class. You'll be up to speed in no time. Judging by your adept use of Revelio earlier, I'd say Professor Fig succeeded in at least showing you the basics.
He did, Professor.
He's been terribly vague as to the events preceding your arrival, specifically about what happened after that awful dragon attack. My suspicion is that there's more to the story than a search for belongings and an extended trip up to the castle.
We did take a bit of a detour on the way here. Ended up exploring some ruins and... I shouldn't say more.
Exploring ruins? Well, I presume Professor Fig has his reasons for keeping the details to himself for now. Speak of the devil, Professor Fig. Your ears must have been burning.
Oh?
Yes.
Ma
You
pan
seem
problemy.
to have provided our new fifth year with a solid foundation in the basics of spellcasting.
Ah, I'm afraid I can't take all the credit there, Professor. They've a rare aptitude for magic, it seems.
Well, I'm just glad you both arrived in one piece. Perfectly good boats and carriages to Hogwarts, and you chose to fly in the path of a dragon.
I wouldn't say I chose the dragon's path, Professor. Rather unfortunately, it would seem that it chose us.
Very well. Enough chit-chat. I need to get to class myself. Might I rely on you, Professor Fig, to explain the details of the field guide's map?
Of course.
Thank you. Good luck today. And remember to use your field guide. It will be invaluable to you. And invaluable to me, as I'll be using it to keep up to date on your
O, to jest
progress.
to
Yes,
kasa.
Professor.
Come and find me in my classroom after you've attended both classes today, and I'll explain more about those assignments I mentioned. And we'll see if we can't get you to Hogsmeade for those supplies.
It's good to see you, Professor.
And you. I was hoping our paths would cross today, before you immersed yourself in studies. Did I hear you and Professor Weasley talking about exploring ruins?
Yes, sir. But I didn't tell her anything else about our travels here. I will say, I think she suspects we're not being entirely forthcoming.
Yes, well, Professor Weasley is a brilliant and astute witch. It was right to keep the details to yourself for now. We don't know where this path we've embarked upon will lead. It may require a bit more flexibility with your time than she would approve of. And she may feel obliged to share details with the headmaster that would be better left between us.
Understood, Professor.
Good.
Na pewno
Now,
wszystkim wygadam.
as capable as you are, I believe the ability you possess obliges you to be well trained. Happily, you have the benefit of an exceptionally skilled team of witches and wizards to guide you. Speaking of guides, and so that I may avoid another not-so-subtle reproof from Professor Weasley, why don't I show you the clever enchantment we included in the field guide's map? Unfold it and have a look. The map is enchanted to help you find your way.
This will be incredibly helpful. Thank you.
Now, sounds like you've quite a day ahead, what with classes and a trip to Hogsmeade for supplies, including your own wand. You'll enjoy Mr. Ollivander. He's an exceptional craftsman and a good friend. I shall reach out when I have more information about our mysterious locket. For now, focus on your classes and pay attention. More than your owls may hinge on the magic you are able to master within these walls.
Thomas Brown knows more about books than anyone.
Co to liczy, tak? W końcu gorące czy przyjemne ciepło? A dobra, zignoruję tego. Wow.
Is that all you've got?
Professor Hecat!
Perhaps you'd be good enough to blast each other to pieces on your own time. I get new students every year, but I only have one Hebridean black skull. It was a token from the Great Poacher Raid of 1878. No doubt you've heard of it. Now, you may be asking yourself how an old woman like me single-handedly took out the largest poacher ring in eastern Wales and lived to boast about it. Knowledge.
Bardziej się martwi o jakąś tam czaszkę niż o
To the
ucznia.
wise, age matters very little. Today we will review a spell that has saved me from death at the hands of dark wizards more times than I care to remember. Levioso.
Levioso? A levitation charm?
Levioso! A surprised opponent is a weak opponent. Care to defend yourself, Master Pruitt? No? One thing I've learned as an unspeakable is the value of simplicity, especially in the heat of battle. Now, let's practice what we've just learned, starting with something small.
O, przejebane.
Levioso!
Now, let's try something a little larger.
Ubrany jak ten ścisko.
Let us begin with the basic cast.
O, zagrający podstawowy żywając.
See how the dummy deflected your cast?
Aha.
This time, cast Levioso first, then the basic cast. Remember, a surprised opponent is a weak opponent, as Master Pruitt so artfully helped me demonstrate earlier. Good. Now, the basic cast. Well done. Very
Szybko
good.
zapomnę.
But the best way to practice is by dueling. We'll start with you two. Duelists, take your marks.
Time for a proper Hogwarts welcome.
Now, I want a
Co za
fair
gilda?
duel, using only Levioso, basic cast, and Protego. You may begin.
This should be easy.
Stupid!
There you go. Complicates things.
Nothing lucky about it.
This can't be your first.
Let's just say I'm a pro.
All of my students.
Stupefy!
I do need to show you.
Levioso!
Use the basic cast when your opponent's guard is down. Want your opponent designed to attack or defend yourself?
Stupefy!
Ale ja chciałam go wykończyć. Dajcie mi tą szansę.
Not bad for a beginner. You give as good as you get.
A. No proszę, jednak nie taka bredota z niego.
I put you on the spot, and you rose to the challenge. Points to Hufflepuff.
Oh.
Thank you, Professor Heckert. Glad to have the opportunity to practice.
If what I've seen today is any indication, we can expect great things from you. I demand excellence from my students. They are capable of achieving it, and they must achieve it. A classroom duel is one thing, but battling dark wizards, or as ever more likely, goblins, is a different kettle of Grindylows entirely.
Understood, Professor.
So, I'd advise you to keep practicing whenever you can. Perhaps Mr. Sallow will have some ideas for you. Again, well done today. I shall reach out soon with additional assignments. All right, that's enough spectacle for one day. Class is dismissed.
Stój!
Oh, I'm not much for dueling. I prefer to keep things friendly.
Nic nie powiedział ciekawego.
If you know the right spells, it's dark wizards that'll fear you, not the other way around.
Huh. Always thought Levioso was for first years. Not anymore.
Obgadują mnie.
You drilled Sebastian. He's strong competition. Well done.
Hihi.
Nice work.
I enjoyed that.
Well, that duel was quite something. Everyone will be talking about it.
It was certainly good practice.
Practice? It felt more like I was dueling an expert. Sebastian Sallow, by the way. Didn't expect a new student to be so deft with a wand. Then again, perhaps this wasn't your first duel.
Można skłamać.
I've dueled enough. Consider yourself lucky I held back.
Huh, fair enough. You owe me an honest duel when you aren't. You know, you might be a perfect fit for a certain exclusive, unsanctioned dueling organization.
Exclusive and unsanctioned. Count me in.
Excellent. Knew I was right about you. If you want to get the most out of your time at Hogwarts, you're going to need to break the rules now and then.
Oh.
Whether it's joining a secret dueling club or sneaking into the restricted section of the library.
Co to
You
jest?
just have to be clever
Diabełek?
enough not to get caught.
Thank you, Sebastian. I'll keep that in mind.
Sebastian będzie
Good.
moim diabełkiem na moim
Pleasure
ramieniu.
chatting with you. I'm sure I'll see you soon. Perhaps somewhere unsanctioned. We'll see if your performance today was sheer luck or actual skill. Look for Luke and Brattleby near the clock tower entrance. If you're interested. Till next time.
Okej, na dziś to by było na tyle. Dziękuję za oglądanie, subskrybujcie, lajkujcie, co tam chcecie. No to do zobaczenia w następnym odcinku. Pa!